because you don't feel comfortable with it. Yeah, because the Spirit never gave it to you, man. It gave it to the men above you. It's for you to be like, okay, cool. Yeah, you know what? It makes sense. All right, fine. Let's go with what. But that constant fighting, that's where the contention comes, man. You know, that constant fighting and rebuttaling and going against shit, man. It don't work like that, man. You know. Anyways, where we at, man? Where we at?
Just got a quick one for you.
Can't.
Proverbs 13 verse 10. Only by pride cometh contention, but with the well-advised is wisdom.
Yeah, that's that pride, right? I know you want to speak on it. But that pride is like, you going back to that example I gave. It's like, who's that guy, you know, to tell me what to do?
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. Like,
I'm better than him.
Yeah.
I'm better than him. That's the demon talking to you.
Yep.
And if the demon's coming to you and saying, "Oh, you're better than that brother," you know, he ain't the man, Lord. He ain't the man, Lord. You need to rebuke that demon, man.
Or what's the new one now? He's too old. He's seen now. He's
Oh,
young.
yeah.
And then you got he's too young. He can't tell me nothing. Like, you know, what did Yahawah say? John came neither eating nor drinking, and you say have a devil. The Son of Man came neither eating nor drinking. He came eating and drinking. You say he's a glutton and a wine bibber, man. What the Lord was saying there is that there's some nigga, you can't please niggas, man.
That's right.
You go on one side of the spectrum, it's not good enough. You go on the other side of the spectrum, it's not good enough, man.
That's right.
They just want problems, man.
Can't.
Yeah.
You know, that's a nigga, man. So the Lord was basically saying, fuck them guys, man. Because my cousin John came and you had a problem with him. Now I came, you have a problem with me. So fuck you people, man.
May I say something on this point? Because I was actually meditating on this on the journey here about how, since coming into this truth, this is the first time in my life I've ever dealt with men with integrity. Because I always tried to deal with integrity even when I was back in the world. But what I found is that the people that I was, like my old friends and things like that in the world, they had no integrity, man. So like they'd say one thing 1 minute, and then the next day they're doing a completely different thing. They never had a standard which they held themselves to. But in this truth, we do have a standard. And that standard is these scriptures. So when the brothers are doing what they're supposed to be doing, everything moves beautifully. It's like a well-oiled machine.
Yeah.
And being an Israelite, we're used to like everything being broken. Our families are broken, you know, our social and economic situation is broken. But when you come to this truth, you actually see things working. That's when you see, hang on a minute, this has got to be the Spirit of the Most High, Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, that's making this thing work. And that, for me, that boosts my faith, man. When I see how all the camps are doing what they're supposed to be doing, for the most part, you know, and it's beautiful. You can look on videos, see brothers halfway across the world being in order.
Yeah.
And that, for me, that's miraculous, man, because we're under the curses.
Hold since you said that, get Acts 5 and 38.
I got one for you, yeah?
Yeah, go on.
1 Peter 5 and 4 says, and when the chief shepherd shall appear, he shall receive a crown of glory. We shall receive a crown of glory. Likewise, you younger, submit yourselves unto the elder. Ye all of you be subject to one another, and be clothed with humility, for God resisteth the proud, and giveth grace to the humble. Humble yourselves therefore under the mighty hand of Yahawah thy power, that he may exalt you in due time.
Yeah, man, you gotta be humble, man. That's why the scripture says, ask and ye shall receive. See, people, that's that jump the Messiah spirit, I'm going straight to the Most High spirit.
Yeah.
You know, but take it down one more notch. That's that jump order spirit. I'm just going straight to Yahawah Shai. Yahawah Shai is dealing with me. Yeah, you pray to the Lord, you have a personal relationship with the Lord, but the Lord himself set up an order, man.
That's
right.
He
was establishing the church, man. So how can you now come against his establishment? Hey, whoa, you're of the gates of hell. Because what did the Lord say to Peter? Your name's no longer Simon, it's Cephas, and upon this rock I will build my church, and the gates of hell shall not prevail against it, man. So when you try and go against the order of the church, the assemblies, the camps, and the order, man, the rulership, the apostles and elders on down, you're coming in the spirit of the gates of hell, man.
That's right.
But Yahawah Shai said you're not going to prevail, man. That's why you bug out, man.
Wow.
That's why you think, oh, all these men go, no, that's why you fall off, man. That's why you feel fucked up in the spirit, man. Because you've tried to come in the spirit of the gates of hell, man. And as Yahawah Shai said, you will not prevail against it, man.
That's right.
So what the fuck's your problem, man? You know? But what did I say?
Acts 5:38.
5:38, because it's from the point that you made.
Right, come on. This is Acts chapter 5, verse 38. It says, And I say unto you,
It's like spirit's kind of moving fast.
Come on.
With what the precept that Ariel brought out, right? The reason I said that, ask, right? Yeah, you can ask. Sometimes you gotta ask the men around you, man. Like there's certain men that have gifts. When you read the scriptures, the Lord bless certain people with like, you know, the metal work or the stones or the oils and stuff like, or the herbs, man. That's every brother has their blessing, man.
Yeah.
Like for example, like every brother should be able to work their way around the herbs, you know, and medicines. I can work my way around it, but I know that there's brothers that's light years ahead of me, like Ariel with that, man. So if I had a problem, I have no problem, but the nigga will be like, yeah, I'm sick, you know, but
I'm not gonna go to him.
I don't want to ask him.
Yeah.
You know, that's some fucking bullshit, man.
Yeah.
Just humble yourself and ask. Like when the scripture says, ask and ye shall receive, sometimes that means the brother right in front of you, man.
That's right.
You know, you got like just accept it, man. You don't know a breakdown, you know, or you may know it, or you haven't gone over it in a long time, and that happens, man. Like the apostles was saying, I was with one of the other brothers, I was with Shakal the other day, and it's like, yeah, man, some things, there's some breakdowns, right, that I'll admit it, man. Like I know it, but if you ask me 5 questions, I might get 3 right, because the 2 is things that are like small and like I don't. You're not gonna. You can't remember everything.
Yeah.
That's right. You can't. Like if anybody come here and like, yeah, I memorized the whole Bible. I know every single breakdown, every single precept, and every single. You're lying.
That's proud bullshit.
That's some fucking bullshit. There's things you forget and there's things you don't know. It's okay. All right. What's not okay is going being wrong and strong, teaching the wrong thing, or not wanting to learn.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's where the Lord gets upset, man.
Yeah.
There's certain things I gotta go in my notebooks and man, because I forgot, man.
Yeah.
You know, but it's always I know this and I know that. No, you don't, man. No, you don't.
Yeah.
You don't. There's no way, man. You know how powerful that Bible is, man. And then you in this fucking flesh think you mastered it.
Yep.
All right.
Nah, come on, man.
The Bible's more powerful than the bombs they dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, man.
If I could just say, because Elder Apostle Tahar said this just this week gone, because they're doing their question thing. He says he wants to sharpen keep the brothers in sharp after that bad example we had. So he said it's all right. He said sometimes you might ask me a question on the spot and I might not remember it, and I might have to go and do my research. All the tests that we had, I remember I took tests when I first come to GMS. Yeah. Certain brothers had tests. No, all of us when we was in the other camp had tests. He gave us all tests. Some of them never passed. Yeah, some of the brothers which I'm not going to mention their name. Because he didn't pass it because he was put on the spot. But it was one of them ones where you're supposed to know, because it was a very basic. They said no, you can't, and he said what? I can't, because it was one of them simple ones. But there's certain ones where if you don't do 100%, 100%, they can understand. But when I get my test, let me just say this for anybody who knows where I'm coming from with my issue. When I get my test, I get straight to it. I don't leave it to the last moment, because I know my issue, what I'm dealing with. So I can't be lackadaisical. I can't be presumptuous. And I do well. And I ain't saying it because to boast or anything. I'm saying it to encourage people that who have my issue. Do you understand what I'm saying? So that's the benefit of having a certain thorn in the flesh. You apply yourself. You might apply yourself extra hard to overcome that hurdle. So that's what Apostle Tahar said, that sometimes when you get mad, when a man's getting at you, because Elder Apostle Gabar got at a brother, he said you're supposed to know that. He said, don't get mad at me, get mad at yourself.
Yeah, get mad at yourself.
And it's good though, it's good because it sharpens you up.
That's a good point.
And on that, right, there's certain, like, when we're talking about the stuff you don't know, we're talking about like the intermediate to harder things, man. All right, don't be around here for like a year or two and a brother asks you what does the name of the Lord mean, and who the Israelites, and you scratching your head, man. Yeah, and in that circumstance, you get told to take a walk, man, because you're just messing around. This ain't some entertainment shit, man. We're here to learn. Yeah. Okay, but we're talking about the intermediate to harder things where it's like, yeah, man, you can't remember everything, man. You can't, man. But that's the beauty of being humble and asking, man. Yeah. There's many times I've had to go to the elders in our camp and be like, yeah, what does that mean again? And actually, like, can you like show me? And do you know what I mean? Like, because, or if not, you go on the YouTube and you go on your liked videos and all that stuff,
Yeah.
Because, like, only a nigger feels comfortable, like, being stupid, man. Like, I don't need to know, that's stupid anyway, man. Come on, man.
That's a good point. If I may, like, because I was just thinking as you said that, even going to the YouTube and typing in what's the breakdown for Daniel 7 GMS, that's asking.
Yeah.
You know, and the scripture, as the brother said, asking you shall receive. That information has been put on the internet for a time in order for brothers to learn. That's why you need to get this before the famine of the word kicks in. And if you're being silly, like, oh, you're just watching girls twerking on TikTok or something, you're not, your mind's not in the right place, man. Because if you're supposed to be getting this word while it's available, you know. And another point you just touched upon is, like, for example, on the last camp, the apostles asked a question, and I didn't know this answer, and the apostles were like, you should know this. He asked the question, how many years did it take before the apostle Paul went to visit the apostle Peter and them?
Yeah.
And I didn't know the answer to that. And Apostle Paul was like, how many years have you been in this thing? 15 years?
Yeah,
you should know this by now.
Yeah, that's
You know, so I mean, and again, we can't get angry because we don't know. And the reason why these questions are put at us is because it's supposed to prompt us to find out. Because the scriptures say, be ready to give an answer. You know, so we should really have a desire towards knowing this truth. Just like a woman, if you desire a woman, you're going to want to know everything about her, man. Like, you know, what's she into? What's her favourite food? What colours does she like? You know, you're going to be into your woman. That's how you're supposed to be into this woman, you know, Sophia, this wisdom of the truth. Back to you, Slacken.
We're going to get back on the
Acts 5:38.
Oh yeah, we didn't hit that, innit? Yeah.
Right.
Bring that out.
Acts chapter 5 verse 38 says, and now I say unto you, refrain from these men, and let them alone, for if this counsel or this work be of men, it will come to naught. But if it be of the Most High, ye cannot overthrow it, lest ye haply be found to fight even against the Most High.
Yeah, I said bring that out because you mentioned about, like, when you was, you know, dealing with men in the world before, is no integrity.
Yeah.
And you come in the truth and you see, like, around the world with the council of order and stuff. Like, yeah, man, because this council is of the Most High, man. You know, the reason why, like, why do you think, man, every time niggas try and do something, it fails, man.
Yeah.
Like the Black Wall Street, or like, yeah, we're gonna protest. You end up getting fucked up, locked up, and then the movement gets shut down, man. Like, why is it? Because the Lord ain't with that, man. Now, yeah, we've gone to jail and stuff and had our, you know, our run-ins in with the police. But at the end of the day, there's been times where the police says, you know, the scripture says, if at all live peaceably with all men. There's certain times where things have happened and the police have been on our side, man.
That's right.
You know, there's certain, hey, we've been locked up and then come back out. Brothers get locked up and come back out, and then we're out there again, and the officers are like, cool. You know, why? Because this council is of the Lord, man. You can't shut this down. Or that's talking about the enemy trying to intrude. Let's talk about within. Anytime niggas try to do something, they'll be on the same page, and then as soon as they disagree, there's an argument. All goes up in smoke. The thing's done. It don't work anymore. It finished and done, as Benjamin said. Because why? People are up. Why is this thing of ours consistent? It's of the Lord, man. It's not of men.
That's right.
It's of the Lord. So that's where the order, that's where the respect, that's where the desire to learn comes, man. When you really want something, you're gonna fall in line, man.
That's right.
And it really goes back to you guys, you niggas, right? It really goes back to you don't really see the prophecies, man. You have a gist of it, but you don't see what the hell's coming, man.
And you don't acknowledge the prophets.
Can't. Because like a woman, right? The scripture says, in that day, 7 women shall take hold of 1 man, right? Women right now, they're gas, man. Like in that movie, Gladiator, when Maximus was like, the time for exalting yourself will soon come to an end. It's true, man. Like you women, the time for exalting yourself is soon going to come to an end. And they're going to fall in line with the blink of an eye, man.
That's right.
Because why? They will see it, man. So it's the same thing for us in the truth. We don't know, man. No true brother comes in and starts trying to regulate shit. Hey, I'm falling in line, man. You know, I started up, hey, man, I'm a sign. Okay, fuck it, give me the sign. I'm a sign holder, man. Why? Because you see the urgency of the prophecies, man. You see it coming to pass. So it's like, whatever position I go to play, fuck it, I'm playing it, man, to the best of my ability.
That's
so
right.
all you guys that come around and faff around and play games and play, you know, semantics and all that stuff, is because you really don't have an eye for prophecy, which means you don't understand the time that's coming. Yeah, you can talk about it and stuff like that, but you really don't understand what's happening, man. Okay? Just think, if a fucking woman can fall in line in that day, but you can't fall in line now, that's very telling, man.
Yep.
That's very telling. Go on, huh?
Right.
No, finish with that. I wanted was it Acts, the same book, chapter 14 and 22.
Can't.
Going about that tribulation, man. Because this is what it's at, man. This is where we're at. You know.
Acts chapter 14 verse 22. Confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith, and that we must through much tribulation enter into the kingdom of the Most High.
Yeah, much tribulation. You know. So what does that mean, man? That's you know, that's well, from now really that's leading into what, Jacob's trouble.
Yep.
You know, much tribulation, man. This thing ain't an easy walk, man. You know, this is why we're concerned about prophecies, man. As the Apostle Tahar put up that video, was it yesterday? Current events is prophecy, man. You know, current events, that's prophecy, man. You know, you got guys talking about all kind of stuff, and if the Spirit has you do a video on, you know, something in the scriptures, then, because we all do it all the time, man. You know, but the main focus is prophecy, man. What's going on, man? You know, you talking about David played the harp and, you know, he was a size 10 shoe, like sandals. That's all irrelevant, man. You know, we gotta be focused on the time, because it's great tribulation that's coming, man. You know. Go on,
Ecclesiastes, the 3rd chapter, just quickly.
yeah, go on.
It says, to everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. You know, a time to be born, a time to die, a time to plant, and a time to pluck up that which is planted. Basically, it goes on through the different times. But the time we're in now, as the Bible says, is the time of prophecy. The time we're supposed to be speaking. The things that are pertinent to speak about this at this time is obviously the MOTB, you know, the serpent's juice. Those are the things we're supposed to be getting into, because we're supposed to be warning the people. This isn't I'm going to put on the camera and just talk because, you know, I'm just going to talk. No, we've got a job to do. And if the trumpet maketh an uncertain sound, how can it warn the people? Back to you.
Yeah, there's actually a precept on that. With the uncertain sound.
Yeah, I'll look for it.
Yeah, you try and get that, man. That uncertain sound precept, man.
It's like, it's quite straightforward, man, the analogy. If you're in a city and there's a certain sound that's supposed to be piped when the enemy's at the gates, and the person who's on the trumpet starts playing some jazz music instead when he sees the enemy coming, how are people going to know to prepare themselves for the danger that's at hand? And the danger that's at hand at this time is the return of our Lord Yahawashi. I mean, that's really what people should be scared of, because the day of the Lord is imminent. So I just get that trumpet one. Right, this is 1 Corinthians chapter 14 verse 8. For if the trumpet give an uncertain sound, who shall prepare himself to the battle? So likewise ye, except ye utter by tongue words easy to be understood, how shall it be known what is spoken? For ye shall speak into the air.
Talks about that again. Talks about the battle, man.
Yep.
You know.
1 Corinthians 14 verse 8, this is where the main point is. For if the trumpet give an uncertain sound, who shall prepare himself to the battle?
Yeah, so clearly there you see it's talking about what? A battle, man. Alright? Now, what? The scriptures speak about, get that, the weapons of our warfare.
Not carnal, yeah.
So we're in war. We're in a battle right now, man. You know? Okay? And the main clash, like right now, you know, like when you're in the field, the battlefield, and you're setting up. You know, you've got this army there, and you know, you got that part of the army there, and you know, I'm gonna wave this flag, then they're gonna come round from the back and get that. All of that, we're plotting right now, man.
Yep.
But then the main clash is gonna be right at the end, man, where Yahawashi himself, you know, Michael, the rest of the angels, and the elect are gonna be involved, and we're gonna see it, man, according to the Psalms, man, which is in the prophecies. We've done eyes, you know, you shall behold the reward of the wicked, man.
Yep.
You know. But the point is, we're in a battle, so the sound that needs to be trumped is what? The battle sound. Alright? As the brother said, you putting out the trumpet, you know, and the saxophone and the cornet, and the bass and playing some jazz, man. Like, what's that all about? That's some relaxing music, man. So when everybody hears that now, they're gonna be like, oh, there's no danger. Danger wouldn't even come into their head, man.
Can't.
You know, so guys, they be putting that jazz music at the start of the videos now.
Yeah, I've heard that.
That's fucking spiritual, man. Because you're sounding the wrong thing.
Yeah. And Salaki, and that's the thing, man. When you're teaching this truth, this is the song. You know, the scriptures say, and no man could learn that song except the 144,000. That's why when we're teaching and stuff, brother brings out a precept, and another brother brings out a precept which backs up that point. Then someone else brings out a precept, and it's all building on the same tune kind of thing. Like if someone says something that's off, you know, the Spirit's got to reveal that, and like how that's not pertinent to what we're talking about.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Like you said, like music, because the scripture you can apply it to music. Like, they know when you're playing in a band, right? And then everyone has their, like, they've got like, I don't know, like maybe 16 bars solo.
Yeah.
All right. Let's say we're playing. I know you know music, man. You playing like a song. It's like 3/4 timing.
Yeah.
Right. And then
someone coming in 12/8.
It's this nigga's time.
Yeah. That's
He starts playing like 6/8 timing, and it's like we're in like the key of, I don't know, A flat.
Exactly.
This guy starts playing in D major.
Exactly.
You gonna be like, what the fuck?
It's completely out of tune. And again, like Salakia, on that point, there's something that jumped into my head before. Because we're talking about trumpet uncertain sound, putting the music. Salakia, if it's gone, but if it comes back to me, I'll mention it, right? But you called for 2 Corinthians 10 verse 4. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty to the pulling down of strongholds, casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalteth itself against the knowledge of the Most High, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Hamashiach.
That's why you gotta be spiritual, man. You know, because the weapons of our warfare aren't carnal. Meaning that it's that spiritual, like being in tune, man. You know, being spiritually in tune.
Can't.
You know? Go on, I know you got that point. Go on.
Salakia, the thing that I was going to say that came back into my head. I watched your video the other day where you had that group of so-called celebrity jakes singing about slavery and what they built.
Oh, yeah.
And that guy comes like, pyramids.
Pyramids.
Yeah, and then the woman says, no, the Hebrews built that.
Yeah.
That's an uncertain sound.
Yeah.
You know, because they're singing about, okay, we've been in captivity, we came up with all this stuff. Brother come out saying, this guy in the world come out saying, we built the pyramids, and the black woman's like, no, we didn't build those are our Hebrew brothers. Again, that's an uncertain sound, and that shows how Esau's deceptive, because, yeah, he'll give you a little bit of truth, but when it comes to the main point, he's always going to try and hide the fact of who you are from you, who you really are from you. So that, you know, Esau will give you a little bit, but then he'll throw some shit in there as well to throw you off the trail. Back to you, because that's the song Uncertain Sound.
You know? So go back to the scripture with the uncertain sound. Where's that?
Alright, 2 Corinthians 10 and verse 4. For the weapons of our... Oh, uncertain sound.
Yeah, that one, yeah.
It's lucky, back to that. That's, I think, in the same chapter as well. 2 Corinthians... 2 Corinthians 14 verse 8. Sorry, so lucky. 1 Corinthians 14 and 8. For if the trumpet give an uncertain sound, who shall prepare himself to the battle?
Yeah, man. So the uncertain sound is basically, even within the truth, it's the wrong doctrine, man. You know, that's that. So you basically everybody. That's why, man. You come into the truth. You ain't no like, oh yeah, I'm just so happy to make videos and go to the camp and speak. There's a responsibility. That's where it all boils down to. There's a responsibility to do the right thing and to say the right thing, to teach the right thing. Because when you don't now, everybody under the hearing of your voice, be it on the YouTube, you know, when you come to the camp, you know, you're throwing them off, man.
Yep.
And when you throw them off and they get fucked up now, like you can throw a guy off, right? You can be like, nah, bro, the enemy's not coming. You know, all the time, the enemy's right behind his back.
Yep.
But you're in front of him, like, nah, bro, you're good, man. It's cool, like, just chill. And the guy comes from in front of him, just murks him up, just like stabs him up in his back, you know, cuts his head off or something. When he dies now, whose fault is that? His blood is gonna be on your shoulders, man.
That's right.
So whoever stabbed him, really, they ain't gonna get away with it. But really, it's like you stabbed him, man.
That's right.
All right, it's like you run up from behind and put the knife in his back. because you watched the person come from the other side and was like, nah, it's cool. You can't claim to know what the fuck's going on in society and then you pushing the wrong thing. So everybody that dies under the hearing of your voice is your fault, man.
That's right.
You know, that's why we keep saying the truth is not a game. The truth is not a game. You don't go on the internet, you know, and start, you know, breaking scriptures down wrong, you know, saying things wrong, you know, about the elders, you know, that we brought that example out, you know, you don't need to give double honor and stuff like that. Do you know how much room that breeds for, like, disrespect?
Can't.
You know, for lack of order, you know, and like that just opens up a can of worms you don't even want to see, man.
Yep.
You know, but once again,
a little leaven
of the whole lump, man. You know.
Another good example of that is General Yahawah when he came out and said, "Yeah, you can take the serpent's juice." How many people in his congregation followed after his bad example? That all that blood is going to be on his hands now, man. Anybody who's taking that shot is fucked up. It's on his shoulders, man.
Where's that scripture? Never trust thine enemy. So let's get that, because I don't know if you brother checked it out. That Apostle Tahara, he didn't post it on YouTube because they would just take it down. But he put the link on like another site.
Yeah,
that
BitChute.
Yeah. And basically the Hydra thing.
Yeah, the Hydra vulgaris they're putting in the
in the thing.
In the serpent's juice. Yeah.
Right. That, like, when you check it now, Esau made it seem like, no, take it. It's gonna, you know,
it's safe and effective.
It's safe and effective, you know, immunity. It will help you. You know, we can beat this. You know, beat this deceive it, man. You know, but then it turns out that's what they put in there, man.
Can't.
You know, so as you were talking about, was it Yahawah?
General
Yahawah said, "Oh, go and take it." Well, that's misleading the people, man. How the fuck can you, right, as a leader, tell your people basically what Esau's doing is good? Like, go for it. It's safe.
Yeah, we know the white man is the devil, but you should go ahead and take it.
Right.
I mean, that sentence in itself is, do they call it an oxymoron?
Yeah, oxymoron.
Yeah.
Like, I know the fire's hot, but it's cool. Just touch it.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? Like, you're gonna get burnt, man. Like, you don't go to Satan and expect to get blessed, man.
Can't.
He will fuck you up. Okay? He will fuck you up. There's no two ways about it, man. Read that out.
Right. Sirach 12, verse 10. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness.
It didn't say sometimes. It says on the off occasion, you know, when he glitches and he somehow's good.
Yeah.
No, man. It says never. And in this case, never means never, man. All right? Even in the office, man, the Edomite, you know, oh, you want a cup of tea? I'm going to the kitchen. You want a cup? Nah, I'm good. No, thank you. I could be thirsty as all hell, man.
Yeah.
I am not taking. I'll do a day of atonement fast. I'll do 24 hours without food or water before I take water from Edomite, man. It says never.
Yep.
Never trust thine enemy, man.
So lucky, man. I just say something. You reminded me when I was young. My mum always used to tell me, man, don't just eat from many people. You know, you got to look at the person, man. There's certain people you don't eat from them, man, because they're kind of like, you don't know what they're doing, man.
Yeah.
So it says, like when you go to certain people's houses, you know.
Yeah.
Right, verse 11.
Yeah, you got to assess it, man. You got to ask them, you know, what's this dish then? You know, politely, like, what's this dish? Where did it come from? How do you make it?
Yeah.
You know, you assess the cleanliness of the yard, man. All that stuff, man. If you can't give me no straight answers and it looks like a bit dodgy in here, I ain't eating your food, man.
Exactly. And if I may, it's like, they may say, oh, you hungry? Do you want a sandwich? Yeah, okay, I'll have a cheese sandwich, please. They go in there, they come back with 2 sandwiches. You're eating yours, and they've got a bacon sandwich. Yeah. And it turns out that they've used the knife that they used to cut their sandwich on your sandwich. Guess what? Now your food is polluted because you're not supposed to touch the carcass of the swine. That's defiled. You know. So again, just little things, but never trust thine enemy. So it says, though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou had wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust have not altogether been wiped away.
Yeah, so Esau's rust can never be wiped away, man. It's like metal restoration. That's not really possible, man. Once something is Once something is rusted, man, that's it, man. You know. And Esau came like faulty, man.
Yep.
He came. Where it concerns righteousness, he's absolutely broken. Alright, he's a broken good, man. You know, like when you buy something from the shop and then
open it, it's
busted. You gotta, hey, the receipt, man. Me taking this mask back to the shop. Go get a refund. Or you gotta switch out and give me one that's proper, man. Where it concerns righteousness, Esau came broken, man. He's broken, damaged goods. He can't function in righteousness, man. He has to be wicked. So why the fuck would you say it's okay to take the juice, man?
Because they've taken the bag. They're obviously getting something out of it.
The thing fucking I think what 70% of the hydra cells are stem cells, man.
Okay, and it can reproduce itself.
That means
right?
you can cut it into 1,000,000 pieces. It will regrow back to its full thing, man.
Yes.
That's like.
It's indestructible.
It's impossible.
Rough.
Once you get the juice, it's impossible to recover from that, man.
Fuck
The
yeah.
thing mutates. It can just spawn another one of itself. If there's two of them, they have sex. They have sex and produce the next one.
Yep.
It's impossible, man. Like once you get the juice right, there's no way. What did they tell you in Key Stage 2 science? Irreversible reaction. Like if you burn something, if you fry an egg. You can't get that egg back inside of the shell. Once you crack the egg, there's no way you can put all the yolk, all the juice, all the white back inside of it, stitch the egg. It don't work. Once you bust the egg, that's it. It's an irreversible reaction, man. When you get that thing, you can't go back, man.
Yeah.
You're fucked. That's it. And then we know that's a prelude to the MOTB, man.
That's right.
So how General Yohana? And for all you, it's good. It's okay. It's okay, man. Get back. How does that make sense, man? The script, never, man. And this is why. Now they got you got the first one. Now you got the second one.
Now you have to have a booster. Now they're saying.
Tell me this ain't the fucking devil, man.
Exactly. Now they're saying, you're not just gonna have one booster because there's gonna be more variants. So whenever a new variant comes, we're gonna have our little top-ups. That's what they're saying. You're going to have your little V immunity top-ups. I mean, they're looking to do this thing indefinitely, man. That's why if you give them an inch, they'll take a mile. You know, like some people thought, oh, well, it's just one shot until I get back to work and everything goes back to normal. Then it turns out you need 2 shots. Now it turns out you need a booster. And if you don't get the booster within a certain amount of time, all of your so-called, your passport may be null and void. So if you don't keep with the program, your ass is going to be back on the side of those who never took it in the first place.
Yeah.
But guess what? You're going to be even worse off because now you've got them flipping hydras inside you. And that's just one element of what they're putting in you, man. Because it's coming out with more and more of time. People are discovering more and more shit that's in the serpent's juice to fuck your ass up. So really, it's like, as the brother said, it's like one of those things, an irreversible reaction. Like, once you take that step, that's your ass, man. And that's the line. Because the Most High did clearly warn us in the scriptures about the signs of the end, and one of the most important prophecies of the end is the MOTB. So we knew what to look for, but a lot of these people who were simple in the world, they had no idea who their enemy was. Even now, a lot of these people who have taken the plot shot still don't know who their enemy is, but they're finding out the hard way.
Yeah.
Right. Since we said that, hold Revelation, hold everything you got, but just go to Revelation, 13 and 16.
Can't. Right.
Because right, well, that's another thing as well. Oh yeah, if you get the MOTB, you can take it out of the law. No,
Madness.
That's fucking madness, man. And guess what? That's why guys are carnal, man. Like they actually think, right, that they get it all wrong. They think the test is when the angels come, the angels go and use the spiritual power and look into your right hand or your forehead and be like, yeah, there's a little voice grain there, so yeah, we can't save that one. The test ain't really if it's in you or not. The test is the faith, man. Did you believe in the Lord to not go that route, man? Even, let's say, because the way the body works, once you insert that inside here, right, you ain't pulling that out at the last minute, man. The way the flesh grows over you, you ain't pulling it out, man. None of